Hey everyone, how are you? Welcome to Lucy's Tarot. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok at Lucy's Tarot and subscribe to my YouTube. The handle is at Lucy's Tarot as well. So I'm gonna do a little different. I guess I don't know what to call them. Maybe like messages for the soul or something. I don't know, because I'm going to be picking cards. This is gonna be for like a general reading, like for the collective. And don't forget, it is for entertainment purposes only. So take what resonates, don't take what doesn't, and general messages may or may not apply. So the flower therapy deck, I'm going to also then pull cards from the inspiration deck from Dr. Wayne Dyer, and the ask and it is given card. So just so you know, and I usually use the flower cards a lot, so you've probably seen those on my channel too, but yeah, I'm gonna see what comes up for you guys. Don't mind the chair noise. Okay, so let's see. This is gonna be for the general collective. So yeah, this video will be a little bit longer than usual. But I figured I'd just incorporate, instead of doing a separate video for each, just incorporate them all together. So let's see. A collective message, general collective message. What do we need to know? Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Wait. Peer pressure. Okay. Raise your vibration. And then let's see. Let me pick another card. Wait, this one right here. Reach for the stars. Okay. Peer pressure. Raise your vibration. Okay. In order for you to reach your goal and reach for the stars, I'll tell you right off the bat, you need to raise your vibration, and you need to make sure that you're not giving into what other people want you to do versus what you know is good for yourself. Okay, so let's rewind that for a second. Okay, peer pressure. Sometimes sometimes you could be like the leader type, even if you're shy or you're not sure what you want to do yet. Like I know, like when I was younger, I was so shy. Oh my God, when I was a kid. And in high school too, I used to be like, I hated public speaking and things like that. So, but you never, like, you could have a leader in you, but if you're following the crowd or what other people are doing or what they want you to do versus standing and doing what you know is right for you, then, it's going to get in the way of things. So, this basically, peer pressure card is don't let others coerce you into a decision. You know in your heart what the right choice is. So this could also apply to, and it doesn't matter what age we are, like young, old, especially like, like in some people, like they could be older and they still want to be like, oh yeah, let's go out, let's party, let's, get drunk. It's just like, okay, but we have other things that we need to take care of too. Like there's other goals in life. There's other things too. You know what I mean? So besides partying, okay? So just keep that in mind, because I swear, I whether you're young, even your 40s, 50s, whatever, like people, there's still peer pressure no matter what age group you are. I've noticed that, and even among my friends, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's almost like we're always constantly being tested. So are you gonna fail the test or are you gonna pass the test? You need to do what is right for you, not what is right for others, So like even just it's just, it could be something simple, like, right? Say if somebody, like, I'll give you an example. Someone was telling me one time, like, oh, you should take time off, use your day, use your vacation time, go travel, do this, do that. But in my intuition was like, no, I don't think it's the right time for me to do that. And then, and later on I figured out, yeah, I was right. Like listening to my intuition, like, because, I have friends that are like, oh, like they like to travel like all over the world. And it's like, I was like, yeah, no, I don't think that's the right thing for me to do right now. You know what I mean? That's not my thing. And I'm not really, much of an international traveler anyway. But yeah, it's all about like right timing, what's right for you, what's not right for you, like, something like that. Like, okay, yeah, maybe that might be right for me to do in the future, but not right now or not anytime soon. So you really need to discern and listen to yourself. Do not give in to peer pressure of others, especially, okay, for my young people, Growing up, I think it's more, I don't know if it's more hard now than it was back then, but especially with social media, you see a lot of stuff on social media and stuff like that. So, doing extracurricular activities that are, again, including like against the law and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Or just in general, like anything that can get you in trouble or that can compromise your health or your well-being, like don't give in to stuff like that. Like just because other people are doing it, and they make it seem like it's cool, or like just do what's right for you. I was never into that stuff, so growing up, so, but or even just like, drinking too much. Drinking too much, definitely, and then especially if you're gonna be driving, do not mix those two together. There's too many things going on. You know what I mean? Too many things happening when those two things are mixed together, and it's not good. So, just try to, yes, not fall into peer pressure, um, from others. You know what I mean? And just, yeah, do what's right for you. Now, I mean, and I know sometimes there's good peer pressure, right? Where someone can see like the potential in you and they think, oh yeah, you should be doing this or something like that. But, and also you make sure that it's coming from the right people. Sometimes they could be telling you, oh yeah, you should be doing this, but then they have ulterior motives as to why they're telling you should do that. Okay. So if someone's like giving you a compliment or like say, oh, you're good at drawing, you should get into art or something like that. Okay. That's like a good influence, when it comes to other people. But this card right here, this is usually coming up when you are like, when it comes to, not so great things. You know what I mean? Don't follow what others are trying to push you to do if you feel it's something that you shouldn't be doing, or if you feel it's not right for you. Okay. Let me see. Let me actually read what the book says real quick. I know I should have opened this earlier, but I didn't think I was gonna do it. But just in case, I know sometimes it gives alternative meanings too. So, okay, it can be helpful to ask others for their opinion. However, in this case, the angels are asking you to stand by your truth. Others may be leading you down a false path, so trust your feelings and only go with the decision that feels comfortable to you. That's exactly what I'm saying. There's no need to draw a hasty conclusions. You have all the time in the world to make your choice. Let yourself be guided to the perfect outcome that satisfies all of your needs, and don't back down. Drawing this card may also mean that you need to do more research into the path ahead. Check in with professional consultants to make sure these choices will be best for your future, and weigh what they say against your own intuition. Additional meanings could be children or friends are being pressured or bullied. Difficulties with concentration are coming from an outside influence. Okay, those additional meanings right there. If you do have like kids, or actually no, this could even be adult friends, like, are being pressured or bullied. Like even as an adult, we get pressured by people we know, whether it's like someone you're like dating, or it could be even just friends around you trying to. And I've noticed this too with friends. It's just like you, especially if you're evolving and you're changing, you're elevating, which kind of ties into the raise your vibration, the next one. If you're elevating, some people, they don't want you to. They want to have that hangout buddy that they go out, to the bars and drinking with. You know what I mean? They don't want to lose that person. But if you're elevating, you're like ascending, you're kind of growing out of that. If you're growing out of certain things and there are certain people that are not growing with you, then they try to keep you stuck. And that's where the peer pressure comes in. Like sometimes, yes, having friends is great, but you have to make sure you have the right friends, the ones that, even if they may uplift you, or tell you, oh, like, congrats on this, or uplift you in certain way, like uplifting words, but actions speak louder than words. That's what you have to remember. Like anybody can say anything, like they can be, like act like such a supportive friend, but are they? But they can be secretly hating on you or jealous of you or something like that. So actions speak louder than words. If they are, yeah, I mean, all friends should be concerned with your well-being, whether it's mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally. And if they're pressuring you into doing stuff that is not good for you, then I would say question those friends, okay? And raise your vibration. Actually, one more thing. The additional meaning for this card, if you do have children, make sure that, like, everything's okay going on, in their life. I mean, I'm picking up more so on the friends, like the adults, and their friends more so than kids. But it could, small percentage of you could resonate with that too. But yeah, even as adults, we still have to worry about being peer pressured. I know it's crazy, it's stupid, but it exists. I've seen it with my own eyes, and it's just like, and I've seen friends of mine like take 10 steps forward and then they take 2 steps back because of the people that are around them, or one particular person that is around them. And it's just like, I wish they would just like snap out of it and just totally not not deal with certain people that are not good for them. But hey, like sometimes people, even if you tell them, like sometimes people you have to. There's two types of people: the people that learn from other people's mistakes, and then there's people that learn by falling and making their own mistakes. So sometimes you could tell someone, give them good advice, lead a horse to the water, but you can't make them always drink. So okay. The next card, raise your vibration. Your intuitive feelings are accurate. Messages from the angels. So yeah, definitely. Well, this plays a part in this too. So like, we were just talking about this. Listen to your intuition, as to what is right for you. And then also, raise your vibration. So if you are hanging around low vibrational people, I'm going to tell you this, and I don't care if anybody gets annoyed with me or not. If you're hanging around people who are doing low vibrational things, which is, hooking up with, everybody in there and under the sun, or like, getting drunk or doing certain things, you know what I'm talking about. Or it could even be like even worse things than that, but illegal activity or whatever that. But it's like, yeah, if you're hanging around people who are low vibrational, your vibration is gonna stay low too. Like you need to like do stuff that'll elevate your vibration, raise your vibration. And those are things that like bring you joy, like activities that make you happy, bring you joy. Like things like drama, arguing, disagreeing, pettiness. Oh, you don't call me anymore. How come you have that? Like nitpicking, stuff like that. That's all like low vibrational stuff. It's like, okay, like, you know what I mean? That will lower your vibration dealing with that stuff. And it's like nagging, stuff like that. Like, and I'm not saying like, okay, communicating, having a discussion, disagreeing about something, that's one thing. But like all that other stuff that I just mentioned, that's all like low vibrational, like pettiness, like tit for tat, like, oh, like whatever, and like people getting annoyed with you over stupid stuff, that's all like low vibrational stuff. It's like, you don't got time for that. So let me look up what this says, because I feel like I need to go into more, like get more details just in case I miss anything. So you've sought to communicate with your loving angels, and this card is proof that you've already begun to meet them. This is your answer. You're surrounded by angels. By meditating on the image of Frangipani, is that the name of it? Yeah, the plumeria, also known as plumeria, you can raise your vibration, which makes communication with the angels incredibly easy. Pay close attention to any thoughts, feelings, sounds, or visions that you receive, as these very real signs from the angels are very real signs from the angels. If you have any trouble interpreting the signals you receive, simply ask for greater clarity. These heavenly beings want to interact with you in an effective and comforting way, so they're happy to take direction to ensure you're getting these messages loud and clear. Additional means can be keep up the good work. Your intuition is becoming more accurate. Enjoy regular meditation or work with the healing energies of crystals. So yeah, definitely communicate with your angels. But I just wanted to touch on what I was picking up with this coming out with this card. Okay, I feel like, yes, this is like the book says about talking about with your angels. That's perfect. Communication with them, intuition, being guided. But I think it also has to do with being guided with the people that you're around that, pressure you or try to convince you to do things. The low vibrational people, that's what I'm talking about. So if you hang around low vibrational people, you need to raise your vibration and kind of vibrate away from them. Yeah. Even it could be something as simple too. It's like, say if you just want to chill at home one night and you just want to relax, you don't want to do anything, you just want to sit there, watch TV or read a book, whatever you want to do, right? Or just surf the internet. And then people are like, oh, let's go out drinking or something. It's just like you don't even want to do that, but then you get pressured to do that. Like, come on now, like we're too grown. Like, first off, like, if anybody's doing that to you, like, that's really stupid. Like, we're too grown for that. Like, everybody has their own lives. Everybody has their own things that they prefer to do. Like, if someone says, nah, I don't feel like doing something, then these people need to learn how to take no for an answer. But they don't. They just want to, like, pressure you to do what they want you to do. And that's when you need to raise your vibration and stand in your truth and, kind of, in some cases you need to step away from some of these people. So once you do all that, reaching for the stars, I mean, you kind of need to raise your vibration and stay away from like low vibrational people in order to reach your goals and hit where you want to go. You deserve only the best, and this is all you should focus your attention on. See, that's what I mean. When you have certain people around you distracting you, you're not able to focus on your goals. So, or like what you want to get done. It's like a distraction, They want to keep you on the same level as they are. And it's like, no, like you need to do what you need to do for you. What the book says is this card comes as a reminder to focus upon what you do want rather than what you don't. You have the support and love of your healing angels and the flower kingdom. By working with these energies of the light, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Accept only the very best. There's no need for you to compromise or put up with something less than what you deserve. Please continue pushing forward, and very soon you'll receive the blessings and miracles you've prayed for. With each day, you're being taken closer and closer to your goals. Now is not the time to give up. Rather, it's a chance to ask a little more from yourself. You can do it. Choose to focus only on the perfect outcome for all. This is the only thing you should be willing to accept. Additional meaning could be you have the strength to carry on. Please don't give up. Definitely, listen, we all go through trials and tribulations. We all go through our little ups and downs like a roller coaster in life. And you know what? Even some people, especially if you're in like the public eye or if you're striving to do something in the public eye, I mean, how many times have we heard stories of celebrities that have it's taken them like 10 years, like 15 years, whatever it is, for them to like get their big break or to finally get into the industry where they were like actually doing like steady work and stuff like that. So if you are in that, category, then just keep going. Don't give up. Even if you take a pause or if you take a break or something to regroup or whatever it is, still keep going. So okay, so let's see. I'm just going to pull, I don't want it to be too long, but I'm going to see, now this is going to be from these are the inspiration cards. Let's see what comes up. Wait, this one wanted to pop out. See the perfection of the plan. Okay, wait a minute. Why not look at your entire life as the unfolding of a plan you participated in before you arrived here? By doing so, you'll shift from blaming others and circumstances to being responsible and feeling your purpose. Whatever shows up in your life is a part of the perfection of this plan. Okay, so sometimes things do go wrong. But sometimes, like, everything happens for a reason. I know people hate to hear that, but like, sometimes we learn from, when things don't go right, or if we, choose wrongly in the past or something like that. So just look at everything's like part of the plan. Like even stuff that I've gone through in the past, like really crappy situations when I was younger, like, or like, my teenage years or early 20s, like it's like looking back, it's like I can actually give advice to other people on that are going through that situation, or, so it's almost like everything's like a learning lesson and part of the plan. But just, don't let that keep you like negative or annoyed or like, blaming life, don't let that like get you to the point where you're like, oh, like bitter or anything like that. Like just keep going. Okay. Don't worry about it. I mean, sometimes, yeah, we do need to heal from stuff that has happened to us, but don't let it like affect you like in the bigger picture, in the bigger scheme of things. Engage spirit. Because I saw this poke out before. Engage spirit. I love the color. This green. And oh my gosh. Look at this. Okay, you may need to Like, get some fresh air, go out into nature. I'm not saying go into the woods, like, and get lost or anything like that, because this is like the waterfall and the trees and stuff like that. I mean, actually, in some areas there are like places that you can go tour, like waterfalls and stuff like that too. But engage spirit. Okay, before I read the message, definitely. I mean, even going to the beach or something like that, like being near water, getting fresh air. That's when I actually get messages more so when I do that. Some people I've heard too get messages when they're in the shower because it's like running water, you know what I mean? So, but like when you clear your mind, you're like, and like things just come to you sometimes. I don't know about everyone else. Everyone is different, remember, but you may need to get some fresh air or be around nature. So, and that's when you can engage your angels, like your spirit guides, and everyone else. So let's see here. So it says here, when you feel peaceful within, you begin to attract more of the peace you desire. Why? Oh, what's this? Oh, shoot. Something fell on here. When you engage, wait, sorry. Why? Because you're functioning from a spiritual place of peace. When you engage spirit, you regain the power of your ultimate source. So yeah, have you noticed that whenever you're like annoyed or in a negative mood, then like more bad stuff ends up happening, or you end up like attracting more of the same. So yeah, when you're like peaceful and calm within, then you attract like more of positive things, and you can get messages too from spirit and stuff. So okay, so let's see. I love these cards, like the colors, like the pictures. You know what I mean? I actually made my own deck with like pictures from like the beach and stuff, and also like other places too. Ooh, yes. Forget about the cash value. Okay, before I read the message on the back, some people are so focused on money, making money, being successful, and I don't have enough money in the bank, or I need to get more money. You know what I mean? That's fine. Yes, we do need money for this life. You know what I mean? To get to, survive, to pay bills, to buy food and stuff like that. But don't forget, like you didn't come on this earth just for that. You know what I mean? And then when knock on wood, like when people do leave the earth, you can't take that with you anyway. So just remember that you're not only here to like make money. Okay, you're also here because you're here for a purpose, whether it's like a massive, big huge purpose to engage like other people around the world, or if it's like your day-to-day everyday like local, like helping out people in your vicinity. Everybody's purpose is different. You just have to find what that purpose is. But let me read what this says. So, try to free yourself from placing a cash value on everything you have, do, and say. Do what your heart tells you will bring you joy, rather than determining whether it will be cost effective. In the world of spirit, there are no price tags. You know what? That's so funny because like even sometimes like when you're like, oh, should I like, take a trip or something like that, or something, if it's, and not for nothing, also like, I'm not saying everybody should go away on vacation. I'm not saying that. I'm just giving an example. Like, if you feel like you need to do something, like whether it's, I want to go take, like a quick overnighter or something at the beach, or like a weekend at the beach, or if you just want to take like, I want to just take painting classes or painting lessons or something, like do a hobby or something like that. But then you're worried about like, I shouldn't be spending that money. Here's the thing. Like, if it's something that's good for you and that like will help you, be happy, or, like something that's not, negative. Like if it's not, as long as you don't break your bank account, you know what I mean? Don't like, I don't want people saying like, Lucy Sarah told me to go spend money, and no. If you have that, I'm talking about, because some people are really penny pinchers. Like they have it to spend, and they're like, oh no, I can't spend that money. Like even though they could have like a ton of money saved up in the bank, and no, I can't spend this little amount of money to give myself a little bit of joy. Like no, like, you know what I mean? Obviously, use your discernment. That's what I'm saying, because I'm not telling anybody to go break their bank account, or spend money that they don't have, or spend money that they can't afford to spend. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, this could even be just time too. Like, like if you're like, oh, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. Like, a lot of people also like, yeah, we work all the time. People work all the time and stuff like that. But take a little bit of time on the side somewhere, not like interfering with your work, of course, but make that a little bit of time for you to what you do something that will bring you joy. So you could either be going to the pond to just feed the ducks or something like that. Make sure you're feeding them the right food though, because I know certain things don't agree with the ducks' digestive systems. I know that sounds weird, but like whatever. But okay. So I hope you guys know what I'm talking about with this, though. You know what I mean? I'm not saying for you guys to spend any money that you don't have. And listen, and don't be spending money on stuff that you shouldn't be like, oh yeah, let's go to the club and buy bottles and stuff like that. No, that's a waste of money. Okay, like that brings you temporary joy. Like drinking excessively will bring you temporary joy, like maybe that night, but then like the next day you're not going to be feeling well. The next day you'll be dehydrated, and you'll just be like, and then that's not good for you in the long term over the long term when it comes to your health anyway. So you know what I mean? Like I'm talking about wholesome activities that bring you joy, okay? So, yeah. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. I know I'm babbling, but whatever. Okay. Be a source of inspiration. This one came out. Be a source of inspiration. Be on the lookout for opportunities to be a source of inspiration just by being an example. By demonstrating your own connection to spirit, you inspire others and you'll feel inspiration flowing through you. Okay, so the other card was engage spirit. So, okay, be on the lookout for opportunities to be a source of inspiration just by being an example. Okay, for example, the other day, I saw that a food bank needed certain donations, food-wise, and I had like a bunch of the stuff that was on that list. Like I had that. You know what I mean? So, being an example, I found out that I was like the first person to drop off stuff that day because I think they just started it, but that's like leading by example. So like, okay, helping others, stuff like that. Like if you have it to give, you know what I mean? Obviously that's why I said like I had it and I was like, why hold on to it, when I could just be helping out others. So that's like leading by example. Doing a good deed. Okay, that's be a source of inspiration. Yeah, be like because there's some people in this world that they're just like, ugh. You know what I mean? They're just like greedy or just holding on to stuff for themselves. They don't care about other people. But sometimes, like, it's like we're all in it together. So whatever. Ooh, okay, wait. What's the one that just came out? Okay, I'm going to take that one too because that one came out. Create an altar. Okay. Create an altar. So I already know what this is. Like, like set aside like a little space where like you maybe can like pray or like put certain things like spiritual things, or if you're religious, your religious stuff. Create a sacred space within your home, some private corner where an altar can serve as the symbolic residence of your inner vision. When you walk by this place, offer a silent blessing and express gratitude for the presence of inspiration in your life. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. So some people may like have like a little, I don't know, like the top of the dresser or a corner table or something like that where they put their little things like, that give them like, that are like spiritual, religious, symbolic, whatever it is. Everybody's different. So I don't want to like, get too much into that. It could be like image, like, so like say if you're Buddhist, like you may have like a Buddha statue or something like that, there. That's just one example, you know what I mean? So like, or if you, believe in Jesus, like then you have like a picture of Jesus, or, like everybody's different. So, but that's a pretty simple message though. And then the last one is attract peace, not conflict. This is going to be the last card I picked from this deck. So, this is pretty self-explanatory too. Like, what was I saying before? I was talking about the low vibrational people that like to have like drama or pettiness or nitpick and stuff like that. Like, that's not peaceful. That's all part of conflict. Like, who wants to be bothered? Like dealing with that. Like, it's different to have discussions and, like, be mature and, like, figure things out if problems arise. Or if you're not happy with something, you speak your truth. Like, that's different. But, like, when people, like, are just, like, either miserable, like, misery loves company type of people, um, things like that. Like, it's just like, no, it's not the people you need to be around. Okay, vow to have fewer conflicts in your life. You came from no conflict, so you can return there and no heaven on earth by refusing to have your inner world conflicted by anyone at any time. What was I just saying? Affirm over and over. I attract peace, not conflict. I attract peace, not conflict. So there's some people that are just all about conflict. Like, that's all they know. It's like they just can't be, like, happy. They can't be, like, peaceful or calm. Like, they just want to, it's like those people that, like, oh, if there's no problem, they'll, like, find a problem or they'll create a problem. You know what I mean? Like, if everything's great, going great, then they'll find something to pick about. You know what I mean? You could have, like, everything, like, even, like, whether it's dating wise or just in general, even friendships, like people that are like, oh, but, especially it's like, okay, like, you could have a perfect person that you're dating, but then you'll find that one little thing that you don't like and just nitpick on that or something. You know what I mean? People like that, I can't. Oh, jeez. Anyway, I want to try and, like, wrap this up soon. So this is these are the cards from Ask and It Is Given. Let's see what message is. Oh, wait. Something was peeking out. What does this say? Are these two cards? Or is this one? Oh, this is one. Okay. When I reverse the thought, I reverse the condition. Ooh, negative thoughts, maybe? That's what I'm thinking. There is no condition so severe that you cannot reverse it by choosing different thoughts. However, choosing different thoughts requires focus and practice. If you continue to focus as you have been, to think as you have been, and to believe as you have been, then nothing in your experience will change. Okay, and then this card right here mentioned focus. Focus, and then this is mentioning focus. So if you're going down a certain path, like a certain way of life, certain way of thinking, negative, you can always change that. So say if you're doing, like, your, negative stuff in your day-to-day that doesn't serve you, like, you can stop it at any time, you know what I mean? And just change the path that you're going down, you know what I mean? Or if your way of thinking too, if you're always, like, focusing on the negative instead of focusing on the positive or something, like, if you change your way of thinking, then yeah, it can change the core, like, the way things go, I'm telling you, like attracts like. Wait, this one was popping up. If you keep on thinking negative, then that's all you're gonna get. I mean, obviously, negative things happen to everyone that are out of our control. I must say that, but don't add to it by vibrating. And like the other card, where is it at? Said about vibrating on a negative, like raising your vibration. Because if you're vibrating low, like, you're gonna attract more low vibrational situations, people, outcomes, things like that. So, my desires and beliefs are only thoughts. My desires and beliefs are only thoughts. Going back to the thinking, I just told you about whether you're thinking negative or positive. Your desires and beliefs are just thoughts. Ask and it is given. You ask through your attention, through your wanting, through your desire. That is the asking. Whether you desire it to happen or you desire it not to happen, you are asking. What did I just say? Like attracts like. So if you're thinking, oh, negative, you're going to get more of this. I just said that. I swear to God. I literally just said that. You're going to get more of the same. Okay, I'm going to put like maybe one more card from here. That's it. So, oh, this one. I'm attracting its vibrational essence. So, like you said, to raise your vibration card. So these are like kind of almost like similar. This is like confirmation, because there's multiple cards here that I have pulled that kind of came up in the other decks too. So I'm attracting its vibrational essence. You can allow it or not, but the basis of your world is well-being. The law of attraction says that which is like unto itself is drawn. And so the essence of whatever you give your attention to is unfolding in your experience. What did I just say? Therefore, there is nothing that you cannot do, be, or have. This is law. So this actually ties into the reach for the stars. So whatever you want, it is possible. You can have it. but you just have to be a vibrational match to it. You have to change your thoughts, your ways of thinking, so that you can attract it. Put it this way, if you're always like, oh, like, nothing's working out for me, you know what I mean? Like, this is not happening, or this fell through, that's not happening, then you're gonna just, and if you believe that like, you're never gonna be successful, or you're never gonna, like, be at the point where you want to be, then that's what it's gonna be. And sometimes everybody's timeline is different. Sometimes it takes people longer than others. Like, that also, in my opinion, goes by what is in your birth chart. I've noticed, like, certain signs, are late bloomers, like, Capricorns, like, like, so they, like, sometimes take longer than, some of the others, like, do. So let me just flip these up. Okay, just so I get one last look at them. Attract peace, not conflict. Create an altar. Be a source of inspiration. Forget about the cash value. It's not all about money. It's not all about money. Like, even, and especially if you're doing what you love. Say if you're not sure what you want to do yet in life, if you're doing what you love, sometimes it comes naturally to you, and it's like, it's not even about the money. Although, yeah, you want to get paid for what you do. You know what I mean? But it's just like, yeah, they say, like, if you enjoy what you do, you never work a day in your life. So I'm hoping that this resonated with you guys. If not, you can always catch me in another reading. Don't forget, this is for entertainment purposes only. Oh, look at the top of the deck. I just put it down. The color caught this in the corner of my eye. Like, have faith. I'm just gonna add this right in real quick. Sorry for the long video. Have faith that whatever you need to experience is on its way, and that God won't send you anything you're incapable of handling. You can decide that the word fear is an acronym for false evidence appearing real. Okay, so two things here. Sometimes there are things that we need to be worried about, and fear and stuff like that. Like, obviously, nowadays there's a lot going on in the world. So yeah, don't be too naive and gullible either, where, nobody would ever do anything, like, oh, my friend will never betray me or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, don't be naive in that sense. But as far as, like, you being successful, you getting to the point where you want to in life, you have to have faith. You have to have faith. And even though you may have gone through a lot in your life in the past, but you still have to have faith for the future, for the present and the future. So no matter where you came from, no matter what you've been through in the past, you can always, change it for the future and make it a completely different, like, turnaround for now into the future. So, and I know there's, like, circumstances that do kind of get in the way, or, like, that can be a hindrance. But listen, I would say, if you're into prayer, do prayer. If you're into, like, I don't know, whatever else, meditation, there's a lot of meditation music videos that, like, whether it's to, like, raise your vibration. There are actually on YouTube, raise your vibration, frequency music, balance your chakras, get in alignment, like, or just, like, raising your vibration, positivity, attracting positive things, attracting miracles. There's so many meditation music on YouTube. So I would say look that up. It's, like, more so the frequency music, like the music. Like, there are meditation that is, like, guided and people talk, but I mean, depends on what you prefer. But I think the music is easier. You can just put it on while you're cleaning. You can put it on while you're reading a book. You know what I mean? Like, you can just do whatever you want while you're doing it. Except for driving. They say not to drive with it, or operate machinery while you're doing, that stuff. But okay, so sorry for babbling, but I just wanted to see what came up. So hopefully that resonated with you guys, and it's for entertainment purposes only. I'll catch you next time. Bye.